Hello and welcome to yet another little recent pickups video. In this video I'm going to show off the games and movies I picked up in May and June. And I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, and that's because summer has hit Denmark. And summer is the busiest time of the year for my line of work. And I'm not good with the heat, honestly. I'm sweating all the time. So I'll try to spare you from this sweaty mark right here. But I can't keep it off anymore. I gotta make a video. So I don't know, what should we start with, the games or the movies? I have more games this time, but we start with the games. Let's just get into it. Why won't we? I bought a DS game. I bought Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. Dragon Quest anniversary was in May, I think. Yeah, in May. And I celebrated it by the best I knew how to, and that was by buying a couple of Dragon Quest games I didn't own. And I bought this one, and I'm a little torn with it because it is sealed. And when I bought it, it was relatively, like, I wouldn't say cheap, but the price was what this thing usually goes for, used. And then they sent me a sealed version. I was like, oh no, I wanted to play this game. I really wanted to play this game, but I can't make myself like break the seal. And it didn't say anything about being used or new, so just assumed it was used because the price was like the same as what a used copy goes for. So, oh boy. Oh well, I can always emulate it, I guess. I hope for finding it like a used version for cheaper. Next up, we have another game I've been looking for a while, and it is the Dragon Quest collection for the Nintendo Switch. Collection of the first 3 games, and I think these are like ports of the mobile games, or mobile versions of the first 3 games. And they look really pretty. I would say when you're in a village or other areas where there's a lot of stuff happening, there is some stutter with the screen whenever you like move it around. And other than that, the games look really pretty. I haven't noticed it when I'm playing handheld, only on like the big screen. And I've been looking for this for a while, but I could always only find it from like foreign sellers, where I have to pay like a hefty import charge or really expensive postage. But then suddenly it just popped up on a store in Denmark. I haven't been able to find it on any stores in Denmark. It suddenly just popped up on one of them, and I hurried up and snapped this thing like immediately. So awesome, I'm happy to get that one. And the last Dragon Quest game I bought for the anniversary was Dragon Quest Builders 2. I own the first one. I haven't really played it, to be honest. The same with this. I haven't really played this yet. I'm not really into that whole Minecraft thing, to be honest, because it feels like they're really super addicting. I have tried other games like that are super addicting, and I can sit for like almost a day just farting around with it. And but then I just feel like I haven't done anything. I haven't beaten the game. I've just spent like 10 hours trying to get I don't know, some building blocks that I wanted the right color so I could make my house look better or something like that. And I'm really careful when I play games like this because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll have enough time to waste to get into the Builder series. But now, another game for my collection. And those were the Dragon Quest games I got for the anniversary, so here's just a couple of other games I bought. I bought Nexomon Extinction. And I've been a little tired with Pokemon recently. It's been a little annoying, so I heard people say a really good thing about this Nexomon Extinction game, so I wanted to get it. But I realized there's another game before this that is released on mobiles for free, I think, and on Steam, like a port of the mobile version for Steam. So I also bought that thing when it came on sale here for the summer sale. And it's been really fun. It does a lot of things that I wish the Pokemon franchise does. It's a little simpler version, but story-wise, it does something that I really like introducing characters and villains before you have to beat them. And And I also really love some of the designs of the monsters. Like, look at this thing. It's like, it's a robin and it has a hood on, and it's like a robin like a bird, and that's such a good design. And there are plenty more. There's also some little more dull designs, but Pokemon also suffers Pokemon also suffers from that quite a lot. I cannot speak today. The heat is just getting to me, and I'm sweating like a little prick. Let's hurry this up so I don't have to look at my ugly mug too much. Oh shit. Resident Evil 8, Village. Holy crap, I played a lot of this game. This is amazing. This is probably gonna be in my top 3 or top 5 games of the year. It is really good, and it's probably going to be one of my favorite Resident Evil games. And yeah, I played a ton of it. I just again, after beating it, and that happens very rarely, after beating I started over immediately. I haven't finished it the second time yet, but I did start over immediately, and been playing it on and off and just having a blast with it. Like the more you play, the more like crazy and weird it gets with the weapons and the upgrades, so that's really fun, and I really recommend this. This has been such a fun game to play. Another game I bought was Biomutant for PS4. This is a really fun, unique, interesting game with a lot of elements, and I've been enjoying it a lot. It feels super nostalgic in a way that I would have loved to play this game back when I was a kid, like in the late PS2 or early PS3 era. If a game like this has been out, then I would have gushed over it like crazy. And yeah, it's still super cute, and I enjoy it. The combat is a little, but it's fine. It's like what you would expect for a game like this. And yeah, I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm still having a good time with it. Another little cute game I got was Legend of K, the Anniversary Edition. This is like a remaster of a PS2 game, and I already own the PS2 game. I have actually never played any versions of this game. It looks like a fun little hack and slash platformer thing, and yeah, that's about what I know. It was dirt cheap. It was like less than $10, so I couldn't help myself to buy this, so I got it. My lord, it's hot today. Okay, yes. I also, of course, got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition with the 3 games, and holy crap, this has like, it's so good. I've beaten the first, and I'm a good way through the second game so far, and I did a live stream of the first game, and I was lucky enough to get this like 2 days early because it was set to release on holiday in my country, so the company wanted to make sure it got out in time to us, so I got it like 2 days early, so I streamed it, and like over 200 people is at some point was watching the live stream. That is incredible for such a small channel like me, and it was really exciting, and I got drunk and I played really bad because I was like looking over at the stream all the time, like trying to play without looking at the screen, and that was awful. It was awful. I made an embarrassment out of myself, but I had such a good time with that stream, so it was really awesome. And yes, this is an awesome game. Serious, get this collection if you can. It is well worth your money. Now we talked a little about newer games. Let's get into a couple of older games. I've gotten Assault for PS1. This is like a fun-ish arcade shooter thing, and I could see it be fun to play for like maybe short bursts, 20-30 minutes at a time. It's probably not something a lot of people would consider amazing, but it's it's good. It's good, simple fun. Just shoot your zombie enemies. I will say when the enemies get really close, they are a little hard to hit, so you want to make sure that you have some distance between you and your enemies. And other than that, I think this might be a classic. I don't know. I don't really. The PS1, I didn't have that many PS1 games growing up, but that was pretty fun. Another PS1 game I was pretty excited to get was Alien Resurrection. Now, I'm a big fan of Civi11, who did a review of this game, and it looks pretty fun in the review. And yeah, I bought this, and it is like so ahead of its time, like down to the control scheme that reminds me of a modern day shooter. And just when you start the game off, you are playing as Ripley, who is hurt at the time, and the shaking of the controller in the rhythm of your heartbeat is really cool. The settings are really dark and intriguing, and it's a hard game. I died quite a few times before I even got a weapon. And yeah, this is a fun game so far. I mean, Civ11 also complained a little that the game was too hard and it was probably impossible to beat without cheats or playing it on an emulator with a mouse and keyboard, but I'm willing to give it a chance one day. And my last PS1 game, I have recently started to become a large Star Trek fan, so of course I had to get a Star Trek game for the PS1. Star Trek Invasion. It's a space shooter that seems fun. I only played a little bit of it. And some characters from Next Generation, like Picard, Patrick Stewart has a little intro speak in the beginning. And Michael Dorn, I think, who plays Worf, is your kind of commander who like gives you orders and briefs your missions, and that is really fun. And the gameplay itself seems fun from what I have played. I think it'd be more fun. Like, I have that old controller with the 2 joysticks. Maybe if I can hook that one up to an old PS1 and play this on that, that could be really amazing. But yeah, it's fun shooter thing with Star Trek in it. Love Star Trek. And we are getting back to a new game that that for like an entire weekend just consumed my life. I was drinking, eating, and playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That was all I did that weekend when this thing got out. Holy crap. I love this game. This is like Game of the Year contender. Super, super awesome game. Beautiful game. It really shows what the PS5 is capable of once people like try to leave the PS4 behind a little, which it's gonna happen one day. Like, more people are gonna like focus more on the PS5 eventually, and yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And this is such a good game. I was so nervous when with the first reveal gameplay trailer thing. It looked not that great in my opinion. I know people are stoked for it, so I was a little nervous with this. So happy to say this is an awesome game. I've almost beaten it 2 times, and that never happens in this time of my life. And it's incredible. Really recommend this game. Play it, get it, buy it if you have a PS5. If you don't have a PS5, too bad, I guess. Alright, we are back to the older games. I have a PS3 game, the only PS3 game I've gotten this past 2 months. And it's a game I just got to add to my movie license collections. I'm one of those 6 bastards who likes to collect the movie license game. And it is Green Lantern, The Rise of the Manhunters. Is that not what it's called? I think that was what it's called. And it's a dumb little hack and slash kind of game with the Green Lantern skin on it. And I played a little of it. I probably would have played this as a child and liked it, but today I don't think I can bring myself to play more than an hour of this before I like want to shoot myself. And yeah, just got it to add it for my collection. I'm hoping to get all these superhero movies games one day, and I'm hoping to get as many movie license games as possible one day. And yeah, here's another one. I was about to say Xbox One game, but it's the original Xbox game, and it is Dark Watch. A fun western shooter game with a really dark twist with vampires, and yeah, it's a fun game that I'm really hoping people one day are gonna remaster or make an HD version or whatever for, because it deserves it. It's pretty cool. I got this version because I played the PS2 version. I already owned the PS2 version, and it's a little janky. It's like an old school shooter. And I hope to play this version to see if it was less janky, and I think it's about the same amount of janky level. And oh well, it's still a fun shooter, and I'm happy to have it on both consoles. Also, I think the cover for my PS2 version is like Spanish or something like that, and I prefer to have English or Scandinavian covers, so yeah, now I have an English cover. There. Also got the Half-Life for PS2. A game I also wanted to get for quite a while. I know people say, why don't you play it on the PC? And I'm a console gamer. I like to play games on console. And from what I have played, it seems really cool. Again, there's of course the problems there also is with the PS2 with the starter and the low frame rate. But it's nothing that I can like get by. And it feels really solid. I heard other people say that the PS2 version is surprisingly good. And from what I've played, I actually never beaten a Half-Life game in my life. But from what I've played so far, I gotta say, yeah, it seems pretty solid. So happy to have it. Alright. Another movie license game I got. And this is actually a game that I love on other systems. It is Godfather Black Hand Edition for the Wii. And this is like a port or a version of the Godfather game, and I think it's more similar to the PS3 version of the Godfather instead of the PS2. I played the PS2 version of the Godfather game when I was a kid, and holy crap, I loved that game. I played it to death. I played it like way more than GTA San Andreas or other GTA games, and I beat it more than once, which again, I've never beaten a GTA. Oh, yeah, I've beaten GTA 5, but that's the only GTA game I've ever beaten. I beat this multiple times on the PS2. And since then I just looked to get like every version of this game because I love it and it's super nostalgic to me. And now I have the Wii version with motion controls, which is awful. But it's still fun to have, and I like the cover, like with a red twist. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, I got Shadow of Rome for PS2. A game that I actually wasn't too sure if I already owned it, but fuck it, I got it anyway. Which is it's bad when your collection gets to a size when you can't remember what games you own for it. But I haven't played too much of it. I think it's like a game where you switch. Shit, sorry man. It's a game where you switch from playing like the gladiator dude and this like blonde hair dude. And when you play as the gladiator, you are fighting on and doing a lot of action things, and the blonde hair dude is more of like a sneaky, stealthy kind of dude. So in the similar vein of something like Sphinx and the Mummy, I think it's called. Okay, yeah, something like that. And yeah, I think people say really good stuff about this game, so I'm excited to play this more when time allows it. And another movie license games I played like 10 minutes of this. This is shit, this is so shit, but it was dirt cheap and I didn't own it. It is the Waterhorse Legend of the Deep. Holy crap, I never watched the movie. And it's like Blast, which if you can see the cover or like the logo down the bottom there. Which is like such a shitty game company. And this is a terrible, terrible, terrible game. From what little I played. So I'm not looking forward to play any more of this, but I'm probably gonna do it maybe for a Bad Game Monday, if I ever start recording videos again. Well, technically I'm doing it now. And yeah, next game, Army Man Sarge's War. I think I already owned this, but I saw it dirt cheap, so I thought like, why not just pick up a spare copy if you had it. And it's a third-person shooter. Again, it's a little janky third-person shooter, but it's kind of fun. You play as these army men similar to that toy we all had as kids. And yeah, the shooting is it's a dated game, but I still have a good time with what little I played. And I'm hoping to play more when time allows it. And my last movie license game is Die Hard Vendetta. It's not based off any of the movies, I think. But you do play as John McClane, and it's a first-person shooter, and I heard people say good stuff about this. Again, it's a PS2 game, so it's dated a bit, but I had a good time with what little I played, and I could see this being good. Maybe if they did like a PC port or something like that, that might already be a PC port, I don't know. It could really get another life, but yeah, I'm interested to play more of this. And my last game is a GameCube game, and it's a game I've been wanting to get for a while, and now I got it, and it is Geist, a first-person shooter where you play as this. I haven't played that much of it, but I've been really intrigued by it. And it's like something, you are a soldier who are on a mission and something goes wrong, and you undergo something, I don't know what it was, an experiment or something like that, and something happens so your spirit can leave your body and you can like possess other characters in the game. It seems like a crazy ass game, and I'm really looking forward to playing more of this game. So yeah, this was the last of my games. Quite a nice little bunch from more these systems than usually. Usually I buy a lot of PS4 and PS2 games, so a little more mixed this time with PS5 and the PS1 games, and again a Wii game and a GameCube game. And now it's time to get into the movies and the TV series I bought. I bought one TV series, technically two TV series. Let's start with the first one I bought, and that is Huset på Christianshavn, which is a Danish comedy. I guess it's a TV series. Is it a movie? Are the movies in movie length? No, I think they're just like a TV series. It's like a comedy series about a group of people who are living in an apartment building, and there are crazy shenanigans and stuff just happens. Like, it's a slice of life comedy about the the like middle lower class people of an apartment building in Denmark. And yeah, it's really fun. It's I think it's instructed by one of the biggest directors and creators in Danish cinema, and yeah, really fun for Danish people. Probably not so much fun for foreigners. I don't think there are any English subtitles in this, so if I show a clip, it's just gonna be like with the Danish language. And I'm gonna wipe myself off from sweat again. And I bought, of course, another Star Trek series. Bought Star Trek Voyager for DVD. This has not been released on Blu-ray yet, and it's probably never gonna get a Blu-ray release, so might as well get it on the DVD. And yeah, it's still sealed. I haven't watched this, I haven't opened this yet. And that is because I've just kind of recently started on Deep Space Nine. I'm on season 4 of Deep Space Nine, and I want to watch that before I get to Voyager. And I really love Deep Space Nine. It was better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm really excited for Voyager. I heard people say a lot of good stuff about this. Some people say this is their second favorite after Next Generation, and I really like Next Generation. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watch Voyager. And speaking of Next Generation, after I finished that series, I went out and bought all the movies based off that series, like following that series. And that's out of order here, but Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. And there we go. Whoa, don't fall down. And they fell down, fuck. And they're all sealed, and that's because I'm saving these for when I have my summer vacation, and I want to have some movies to watch, and just to enjoy myself with, and I'm saving these for my summer vacation. I'm really looking forward to watch some more Star Trek and get back to the crew on the Enterprise and watch those. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting through near the end of the video. There's like 3 more games and 2 other things I want to show off for this, and movies, not games. And first off is another movie. It's Tenet. I have not really been that excited for this movie. It looks super confusing, but oops, shit. But it was super cheap. I found it for like less than $5. So I was like, why not watch it or get it? It's still sealed. I haven't gone around to it yet. I think it's like kind of lengthy, isn't it? 2 hours and 30 minutes. Holy crap. Oh boy, that's gonna take some time. Anyways, Tenet. Another movie I did get. It was also cheap, but it was super fun. Boss Level. This is a Groundhog Day kind of movie, where the dude who is played by Frank Grillo, I think. Yeah. His name is Roy Pulver, and he's like in this Groundhog Day where like this evil company boss sends out his hitmen every day to try and kill him. And it's super fun. I cannot recommend this movie enough. It's just good fun popcorn flick. And yeah, now to the last movie I got, and it is 12-Hour Shift. This is another little thriller. I wouldn't call it a horror, but a thriller comedy thing, and starring Mick Foley for like 5 minutes or so. But Mick Foley is one of my favorite wrestlers. Like I don't care about wrestling that much anymore, but back in the day I was like, oh, he was the man. I loved Mick Foley, and he was in this movie, and that was pretty much the only reason why I bought this. But he's not that much in it, but the movie itself is pretty fun, and I'm happy that I got it. It's a fun little watch. And yes, that was it for the movies and games. I just want to show off 2 more things that I got. First thing is like my new coasters. I have needed to get coasters for a while. I have like a wooden coffee table in my living room, and I always made people like use coasters that I made from like tablecloth, or not tablecloth, like paper cloth, that are folded together to a little square. So now I finally have like proper coasters to have people place their drinks on, and they are based off Game Boy games. Oops, from Nintendo. We have the Mario and Legend of Zelda and Donkey Kong, and they're really fun. Almost too pretty to use as coasters. Oops, put them back in the box. That would be nice. Last thing I got is Majora's Mask. Look at this thing. I mean, this is fucking awesome. I love this mask. I'm not a big Legend of Zelda fan, but I do love the design of the mask from Majora's Mask. And here's how it looks from behind, and the stand. You can hook this to power or put a battery in it, the stand, to make it light up. But I don't usually have it on the stand. I just have the mask on its own hanging on my wall, and it looks really fucking dope, the mask. So I'm really happy to have this thing. And there we have it. That has been the games and movies and other stuff I picked up here these past 2 months, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with my haul. Usually I would have probably a little more, but I bought a lot of newer games like Resident Evil, Biomutant, Ratchet and Clank, and Mass Effect, and those are more expensive. So usually I buy like a lot of more cheaper games. So that's probably why there isn't that much stuff here, because I have to spend money on those things, and I'm really happy that I did, because those things were fucking awesome. And yeah, it's been a good couple of months. Like when I did the Mass Effect live stream, I got like 50 subscribers in like a day or something like that, which is the highest amount of subscribers I've ever gotten in such a short time. And that was really fucking awesome. And yeah, that was so dope. And hopefully that's gonna happen again one day, but who knows. Until that, I am so grateful for anyone for watching. And if you've been sticking through the bad English, you are a real hero. Thanks for watching and take care. I might as well just burn this cloth. It's gonna be so fucking nasty after I'm done with it.